Ji Tianao owned various cultivation techniques, weapons, and even this kind of rare mount. After all, he was an old villain who had lived for 1,000 years. Surely, he had accumulated many things. But now, Lu Zhou had replaced Ji Tianao, and he owned nothing. He was very poor. He did not expect that he would get such a rare mount through a lucky draw. The world of great Yin was full of strange and wonderful things. Those who could not catch demon beasts or wild beasts as mounts would find ways to craft flying chariots or learn the art of flying swords, so that they could fly in the air. But none of these were as impressive as an actual mount. If it were in the modern times, a Witzer was equivalent to the most luxurious car. It symbolized status. The higher the level of the wild beast a person controlled, the stronger he would naturally be. Witzered, Lu Zhou called out. At his voice, a beast, with the body of a lion, 2 horns atop its head and a goatee, bathed in auspicious light and stepping on clouds, flew over and landed in the courtyard of Evil Sky Pavilion. Lu Zhou froze for a moment as he stared at the shining Witzer in the courtyard. Even though he had Ji Tiandao's memory, which made him extremely knowledgeable, he was still thrilled when he saw the Witzer. He casually waved a hand. At the gesture, the Witzer spun in the courtyard and disappeared, as if it had squeezed into the void. At the foot of the mountain, the 3 villainous disciples looked back over their shoulders at the Evil Sky Pavilion on the mountaintop, their faces blank. Is there something wrong with my eyes? I seem to see a very strong auspicious energy. Your eyes are fine because I sense it too. It is a new routine. Master is deliberately concealing his evil aura. Just pretend you didn't see it. Yes, just pretend we didn't see it. Inside the Evil Sky Pavilion, Lu Zhou felt a little lightheaded because he kept winning prizes from lucky draws. He had indeed decided to use the rest of his merit points on lucky draws. Lucky draw. Ding. This lucky draw costs 50 merit points. Thank you for trying. You have received 1 luck point. Lucky draw. Ding. This lucky draw costs 50 merit points. Thank you for trying. You have received 1 luck point. Just like that, he got 2 thank you for trying in a row. So, after giving me some sweets to get me addicted, you're not giving me anything now? Lu Zhou was speechless. Lucky draw. Ding. This lucky draw costs 50 merit points. Thank you for trying. You have received 1 luck point. He was left with 44 merit points, so he could not continue. Hence, he helplessly closed the lucky draw function. It is all a trap. However, he was not too disappointed or regretful. On the whole, the payoff was huge. With just 4 lucky draws, he had gotten himself a Witzer, which was considered a great deal. Near the foot of Golden Court Mountain, 3 middle-aged men looked in the direction of the mountain while riding on tall horses. Ahead of us is the Golden Court Mountain, which is also the lair of the old villain, who holds sway in the cultivation world and keeps everyone at a fearful distance from him. Lord Steward, why did Lord Patriarch send you honor to Golden Court Mountain? This place has a bad reputation. Do you think this is what Lord Patriarch wanted? The old villain kills people, without batting an eye. It was out of helplessness that Lord Patriarch had offered you honor to take him as her master. I just hope the old villain will help our family through this disaster for you honor's sake. The steward, who took the lead, shook his head helplessly and said, I hope so, too. It is said that the old villain had driven back the top 10 experts alone a few days ago, and he had even slain the sect leader of the Heavenly Sword sect, Luo Changfeng, with 1 move. If he is willing to help, the CI family will surely survive this disaster. The 3 men rode on. When they entered the mountain forest, a black figure suddenly floated up in the sky, like a ghost, and said in an eerie voice, Who are you? How dare you trespass Golden Court Mountain? The 3 men immediately dismounted and fell on one knee as they looked up at the sky. The CI family from the city of Anyang offers greetings of Vil to the EXP experts of Evil Sky Pavilion. The steward swallowed as beads of cold sweat trickled down his cheeks. The CI family from the city of Anyang. Mingshi Yin's figure flashed from hundreds of meters away, leaving numerous afterimages behind. Meanwhile, Duanmu Sheng and Zhao Yu appeared out of nowhere and stood on either side of the other. The 3 men widened their eyes and their lips trembled. Seeing for oneself was 100 times better than hearing from others. It was said that every villain of the Golden Court Mountain was terrible, and they found to be true after seeing them with their own eyes. O fourth, the CI family of Anyang is little junior sister's family, said Duanmu Sheng. I know that. Fortunately, I'm smart. According to Master's new routine, we can't kill them now and have to treat them kindly. Besides, they are from little junior sister's family, said Ming-Sher-een while nodding. Fourth senior brother has a point. That made the three men of the CI family exchange a puzzled look. Ming-Sher-een smiled as he walked over and helped the steward up to his feet. Please get up. You don't have to be so courteous with us. Ah! The steward was confused by that. This must be a bait that hides a hook. The kindlier he treats me, the humbler I must behave. And hence, he said in a trembling voice, No, I do not deserve this. You are wrong. Since you are from the same family as little junior sister, you are one of us. There is no need to be so courteous among ourselves. Come, don't be so nervous. I really don't deserve this. While frowning, Ming-Sher-een kicked the steward, throwing him to the ground. Bam! You seem to prefer rough treatment, don't you? Go up the mountain now, and let Master decide what should be done about you. Duanmu Sheng and Zhou were stunned. Don't look at me like that. I can't help it. Master's new routine is really difficult to get used to. In the Evil Sky Pavilion, atop the Golden Court Mountain, Master, representatives from the CI family of Anyang wish to see you. Which CI family? Liu Yuaner's family. The scene of Ji Tiandao taking Liu Yuaner as his disciple in the city of Anyang 5 years ago appeared in Lu Zhou's mind as he nodded slightly and said, Bring them in. Yes, Master. Before very long, 3 villainous disciples led the people of the CI family into the Evil Sky Pavilion. Little Yuaner had returned as soon as she got the news as well. The 3 men of the CI family did not expect to enter Evil Sky Pavilion so smoothly. However, the smoother it was, the more uneasy they became. And when they saw the old Lu Zhou, they shivered with fear and dared not to show the slightest impoliteness. Greetings, my lord. The steward of the CI family knelt, and his 2 companions followed suit. Lu Zhou glanced at them and said faintly, I've set a rule that those who join Evil Sky Pavilion cannot have any contact with their families and friends. Liu Yuaner, do you still remember this? I do remember. I will send them away right now. Little Yuaner said hurriedly. The steward turned to look at little Yuaner. With sweat trickling down his cheeks, he said, Young lady, it's me, CI, and... San. Little Yuaner looked doubtfully at the middle-aged man in front of her. When she left her family, she was only 10 years old, and it had been 5 years, so her memory had slightly faded. Cian suddenly burst into tears and said, I've finally found you, young lady. The CI family and your parents are in trouble. Little Yuaner had left her family for only 5 years. Over the years, she often thought of her parents, and she missed them very much. Fortunately, the old villain doted on her and did not lead her to the evil side completely. But Duanmu Sheng, Ming-Sher-een, and Zhou were different, and they did not like what they saw. They thought it was a shame for a man to cry like a child before so many people. So Duanmu Sheng shouted in a deep voice, Be quiet! That stopped Cian from crying and struck fear into his heart. He was so scared that he immediately bowed his head. The Evil Sky Pavilion is not a place that you'd cry, said Zhou with a smile. Little junior sister, if it weren't for the sake that he is from your family, I would have sewed his mouth with my gold needle. Liu Yuaner fell to her knees and said, Master. Lu Zhou's face was calm, devoid of emotions. In the twinkling of an eye, Ming-Sher-een had an idea. He cupped his fist and said, Master, rules are made to be broken. As little junior sister's senior brothers and sister, her family is our family as well. We will be worse than pigs and dogs if we don't help our family when they are in trouble. I agree, Zhou said. 4th junior brother has a point, and I think the same, Duanmu Sheng said. Little Yuaner was surprised to hear her senior brothers and sister supporting her. Meanwhile, Lu Zhou nodded slightly and said, There is some truth in what you said. He glanced at the 3 villainous disciples. Their loyalty had increased by another 5% each, almost reaching 70%. However, it depends on the trouble. Evil Sky Pavilion will not meddle in anything. Lu Zhou's eyes fell on Xian. Exactly. Master's mightiness is well known throughout the world. If it is only some trivial matters, I think we can just ignore them, said Ming Shirin. Zhao Yu rolled her eyes. This is not called being good at analysis. Old Fourth, you are just sailing with the wind, and you are good at flattery. Little Yuan winked at Xian. At the sight of that, the steward said quickly, the CI family has always been well-behaved in Anyang, and we only trade with common people. Over the years, we have lived in peace, and the business has supported the livelihood of over 1,000 people in the family. A month ago, our trade caravan was robbed by a gang of mounted brigands while passing through a river valley. The CI family wanted no trouble, so we paid them some money. But the gang did not stop there. They rushed to Anyang on the same night, robbed everything from us, and even kidnapped over 100 people as hostages. When she heard what happened to her family, little Yuan frowned slightly. The matter could be serious or minor. Zhao Yu laughed. It is only a gang of mounted brigands. Why don't you get help from the local authorities? Our family had thought so too, but as soon as the authorities heard about the mounted brigands of the river valley, they immediately drove them out. They dared not help us. Are those brigands really so strong? Zhao Yu scoffed. Xian said nervously. It is said that this gang of mounted brigands is backed by cultivators. No wonder. The whole story had become clear now, and everyone rested their eyes on Lu Zhou. According to Ji Qiandao's old ways, Evil Sky Pavilion would never interfere in such matters. But that was in the past. Moreover, this matter was related to their little junior sister, on whom their master doted the most. Therefore, before their master even spoke, Ming Shirin jumped forward and said righteously, Master, let me handle this. This gang of mounted brigands have gone too far. How could they kidnap little junior sister's family? I will make sure this is done right. Both Duan Musheng and Zhao Yu were rendered speechless. Old Fourth is really shameless, they thought. On the other hand, Xian was overjoyed when he heard that, as if he were dreaming. It was much smoother than he had expected. Meanwhile, Lu Zhou was thinking, with his current strength, if he interfered with matters between cultivators, it was equivalent to looking for trouble. However, he could let his disciples handle it and be rewarded with merit points, killing two birds with one stone. Master, please allow me to atone for my crimes by doing good deeds. Little junior sister's family is in grave danger, and as her senior brother, I can't just turn a blind eye and do nothing. Yes, Master has ordered me to be grounded, but this is a special circumstance, and I hope Master can let me help them. Ming Shirin delivered his speech like an orthodox cultivator, which made Duan Musheng and Zhao Yu's jaws drop in surprise. When did Old Fourth's acting become so good? Lu Zhou looked at Ming Shirin and said faintly, supposedly, little Yuan should deal with this matter herself. But she is still young, and I'm afraid that she doesn't know how to control herself. Since you, as her senior brother, have the heart to help her, I'll let you handle it. I will certainly complete the task. Ming Shirin was overjoyed. You have 3 days. Three days? Master, don't you think 3 days is a little bit too short? Ming Shirin tried to buy himself more time. While smiling, Zhao Yu said, Senior brother, you are a divine court expert. If it were me, 2 days would be more than enough. When did you become so lacking in confidence? We grow from the same root, so why should you hurt me in such a rush? Do you think it is good to pull the rug from under my feet? Go now. Lu Zhou waved a hand. Yes, master. The reason Lu Zhou only gave him 3 days was that he did not wish these disciples to be too unrestricted, lest they were gone for too long and cause too many troubles. As he thought about that, he opened the system's menu. Sure enough, there was an additional tab in the quest menu called Assign Tasks, and the first line clearly showed up as below, Saving the CI Family. Executor, Ming Shirin. Countdown timer, 2 days and 23 hours. At that moment, Liu Yuan fell to her knees and bowed deeply as she said, "Thank you, Master." At the same time, Cian and his two companions also bowed and said, "Thank you, my lord." Ding, you have received the devout worship of 3 people and are rewarded with 30 merit points. Hint, merit points will not be rewarded from worship that is deliberately planned. Little Yuan, send them down the mountain. Yes, Master. Liu Zhou read her expression, and he said, "Although your 4th senior brother loved the outside world, he always does things seriously and uses his brain wisely. He will solve the problem in less than a day. You don't have to worry." "I understand now, Master." On the other side, Duan Musheng and Zhao Yu froze at the same time. Their master obviously knew that Mingshi Yin would spend 2 days doing his own things out there. Everything was under their master's control. Old Fifth. "Yes, Master. I want you to investigate the Heavenly Sword sect, especially its eldest disciple, Zhou Jifeng. You have 2 days.